Okay, next episode is Fubuki's. It's called Fubuki's Luckiest Day. Whoops. If I could do it all over again, every person has had that thought at some point. Exams, bets, relationships, work troubles. If only I could erase my failures. If only I could have been more successful. However, once a moment has passed, it cannot be redone, unless you're her. Fubuki Clockford, the master detective capable of rewinding time. Her strange and lucky day begins now. I keep hearing a cat walking around. It's scrawny. He let us do his front legs, not his back ones.
Hey, you there!
Me?
Yes, beautiful lady.
Why does she have a
You
chain
will
on her
succeed
hood?
in all you do today. Consider it your lucky day, so to speak.
Lucky day?
Yes, it'll be the best day of your life. If you were ever to play a game of chance, today would be the day. Shall I
Scam.
read your fortune? I'll tell you what your lucky number is.
I do not fare well at gambling.
This is horrible! Someone just fell from the sky!
Is this part of my lucky day?
Someone falling from the sky is part of your lucky day? I don't know about that one.
It appears as though something is happening over there.
Ooh, 2D? Okay, cool. Oh, shoot!
I wonder if it could be some sort of festival.
Not a festival.
What's going on? Looks like someone collapsed.
Some guy fell from a building nearby.
Was it a suicide?
Pardon me. Please let me through.
Are you a doctor?
No, I am not.
Do you know this man?
No, I do not know him whatsoever.
Then why are you here?
Today is supposed to be my lucky day, so I thought I might be of some use.
Huh?
Oh, you are still breathing. What luck.
Hey, he's trying to say something. 3.
3?
You're gonna think that's her lucky number.
I was not quite able to hear you. Could you please repeat yourself?
Hey, hang in there.
Rewinding time.
He's
Save
not
the poor
breathing.
guy.
Where's the ambulance?
Maybe that was a dying message? It sounded to me as though he was trying to say the number 3. If I am not mistaken, those were the last words he uttered before death. I must not let them go to waste. Oh, if I rewind time, I can hear his message again. Repeatedly hearing someone's dying message is something only I can do.
What are you mumbling about? If you're not gonna help, get out of the...
Why don't you rewind time to before he fell?
Actually, why not try to prevent him from dying in the first place instead?
You can't do that anymore.
Protecting the people is part of my duties as a detective. I may still make it in time if I hurry.
Hey,
Oh,
you there!
It hasn't happened yet.
Pardon me, I am in a hurry. Oh, that noise! Are you all right? What happened? Is there something you must say to me? Please, go ahead.
You said 3.
2, as in the number?
Hey, you. What happened? Are you all right? Should I call an ambulance?
No need, I am fine. I shall be right back.
Next time he's gonna say 1.
The dying message was different this time. First was 3, next it was 2. I wonder what it could mean.
Hey, you there.
This is exhausting. I might not make it. Oh, perfect timing.
Did it land on the taxi?
Pardon me, please let me in. Forward, full speed ahead.
Oh no. I didn't want to be right.
Are you all right? What happened here? Can you talk?
There. 1.
1? Now it is 1? What could it mean? Tell me, please, before you die! Did someone push you off? Who was the culprit? No good. I must do it over again.
What if this guy is like able to tell that she's rewinding time and he's like, you only got 1 more shot to save me, girl? Are you playing more visual novels from Spike? What's up? Yeah, I'm doing the DLC for RainCode. Hi, Neuro. Long time. How are you? You know what you gotta do, lass? You gotta burn them all. Burn what? Hi, Kage.
Hey, he's still breathing. The car's roof must have cushioned his fall.
Perfect. We saved him.
Hurry up and call an ambulance.
Thank goodness. It is true. Today really is my lucky day. What a happy ending.
Please don't tell me that was the episode. Oh, burn all of time and space. I'm on it. Fubuki's not the smartest. My gosh, this girl.
What a happy ending. And that is what happened the other day.
That's not a happy ending at all! Nothing was solved! Did the guy live?
Yes, he managed to survive. Although he is currently in a coma.
So you still don't know why he fell from the sky?
The newspaper says it was an attempted suicide. It seems he climbed over a fence on top of the building.
I bet the peacekeepers made that up after another half-assed investigation.
Probably.
Regardless, it has nothing to do with us.
I mean, you're right and all, but doesn't it bother you? That sure is a weird dying message. At first it was 3, then 2, then finally 1, right? It's like a countdown or something.
Countdown
I've
to
never
what?
heard of a changing dying message.
That's because dying messages are normally a one-time event.
So perhaps the message changed because I turned back time.
But he wouldn't know.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. The victim had already fallen by the time you arrived at the scene. So whether it be a suicide or a homicide, the events leading up to the fall shouldn't have changed. And I doubt he'd want to tell you something different each time. What do you think, Alara?
Should I assume you're requesting to hire me with that question?
Never mind then. It was dumb of me to ask.
No matter the problem, asking for my assistance is the wisest choice one can make.
Except you charge an arm and a leg each time.
What if it changed because every time that she asked him, it was like he was counting 1, 2, 3, and the first time we asked him, he happened to be at 3. And then the second time she asked him, it was before the bystanders went up to him, and he was at 2. And then the third time, well, she got to him essentially before he hit the ground, and then he said, "There, 1." I don't know, that's my thought. It was aliens? That explains everything.
Naturally, I must charge an appropriate rate. Although, in this case, it doesn't seem like a criminal act. I suppose I don't mind, if we consider this a conversation among friends.
Oh, so we're friends now. What's with the change of heart?
I wonder why the dying message changed. Do you know why, Halara?
I can deduce the possibilities. However, I cannot declare anything unless I investigate the scene myself.
Are you able to investigate the scene if there wasn't a
investigation
corpse?
is still necessary.
Are we able to investigate if there wasn't a corpse?
Definitely want to remember this.
In clues, you can review the info of acquired clues. Gee, thanks. Okay. The message the man left for Fubuki the first time was 3. Second time was 2. And the third time was 1. Actually, it was their 1, but...
By the way, according to the newspaper, the victim fell from a 4-story building.
That might be relevant.
Floor 1 is a luxury brand shop. Floor 2 is a restaurant. Floor 3 is a beauty salon. And floor 4 is a casino. Each floor has windows facing the street that cannot be opened. Thus, it's very likely the victim fell from the rooftop.
The building where the victim is believed to have fallen from is 4 stories high.
Do we have an ID on the victim?
He's a 25-year-old man. He works at the shop on the first floor, but often goes to the other floors as a customer.
So the people in the building were his acquaintances. There's still a chance someone else from the building took him up to the roof and pushed him off.
He worked in the building he fell from.
Perhaps the dying message indicates who did it?
But it changes every time.
If that was the case, then it's weird the message changed each time he got to the victim. Or maybe there's someone named 321? That can't be it, right?
You can't say that with certainty.
Okay, fair enough, but that doesn't explain why the message changed.
That reminds me, when the victim mentioned 1 the last time he spoke, he actually said, "there."
There? Did he find something?
That I do not know, though he did look as though he was searching for something.
What does that mean?
The victim must have had something in his hand while he was falling. The impact of the fall caused him to drop it.
But why would the dying message go down the closer we were to getting to him? Like, the sooner we got to him.
I see. So the victim found the item, then left the message 1.
If you think about it that way, the victim's message makes sense, and it's likely the item is related to the case.
Fubuki, did you find anything at the scene?
My deepest apologies. I did not notice anything of the sort.
You may be careless, but I doubt you'd miss something so big you'd need 2 hands to hold it. Which means it had to be something small enough that it could be easily missed. Hold on. The victim must have held this thing in his hand the first time he fell. But instead of 1, he said 3 that time. Was he holding something different each time he fell? Or was he holding more than one thing?
Considering when Fubuki turned back time, it's hard to believe he held something different each time. However, we cannot eliminate the possibility there may have been multiple items.
I am now more lost than ever.
If we follow the logic, we will always arrive at our destination, the truth.
But I am truly lousy at that.
Don't give up, princess. Let's start from the beginning.
Very well. I shall try. If the victim was holding something, that would be a key clue in this case, right? First, regarding the size of what he was holding...
It was small enough to miss.
That's right. Even Fubuki, who was at the scene immediately after the victim fell, didn't notice that small item. Therefore, it's reasonable to believe that whatever he held was something that could fit in the palm of his hand.
And the impact of the fall caused him to drop it.
So, what other variable was there? I'm trying to think. Because the first and second time we found the victim in the same position.
The third time, the victim realized he dropped it and appeared to be looking around for it.
Probably because the victim's fall was cushioned and he was a little bit more aware.
And when he saw it, he said, "There, 1." But why would the victim mumble the word 1 after seeing it?
The surface of the object displayed the number 1 because there was only one of it.
Normally, that would mean that whatever was on the surface of the item displayed the number 1, would it not?
Was there a display terminal showing like a dice or a card or a countdown?
So the victim saw that and read the number 1 aloud.
Because the 4th floor has a casino.
Huh? That's a dumb conclusion to make.
No, that's a sensible way to think about it. It's logical as well. The victim saw it and mumbled 1, so we should assume it was actually written there.
Are you serious? So whatever it is has the numbers written on its surface, right? What is it then? I don't get it. In the beginning, he said 3, not 1.
It's not strange at all if we assume the number changes depending on the situation.
The number can change? Wait, then that must be it!
Whoa, Fubuki! Do you know what it is?
Yes, although it is just my guess. The item the victim was holding...
A watch, a dice. I don't think it'd be a watch because a watch doesn't count down. A dice? Why would the dice change? Why would the dice change from situation 1 and 2? A watch makes more sense?
Perhaps the victim was holding... a watch? If the timing of when I helped the victim changed,
That's
then
what
the numbers
changed.
displayed on the watch could have also changed.
I see. Then it's a watch.
Oh!
But if that's the case, wouldn't he have mentioned the units of time?
No. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we found him 3 seconds later, found him 2 seconds later, and then found him 1 second later. It makes sense. My brain just thought the opposite.
Units? What is this difficult concept you speak of?
For example, you would say 3 minutes or 1 hour.
Right, you wouldn't just say the number by itself, whether it was digital or analog.
Oh, then perhaps it was something different.
Oh. A dice?
Such as a die or something.
A die? Oh, I get it. The number would change depending on the roll. Hold on. It first went from 3 to 2. Isn't it strange the numbers weren't the same?
That's what I'm saying.
Fubuki arrived at the scene after the victim fell. By that time, the die would have fallen from the victim's hand. Which means that whatever number turned up on the die should have been set by that point. It couldn't have changed.
You're right. Do you have a counter-argument for this?
In that case, perhaps this explains it.
What's our third option? Because the angle from which he saw the die was different. Because we lifted his head! Because that day was my most luckiest day. We did prop him up.
The angle from which he saw the die would have been different.
The angle?
The first time, the victim was lying face down.
3, 2, 1.
If there was a die in his line of sight, he would have only seen one side of it.
What about the second time?
He sat
the
up.
second time, I arrived just a bit earlier, so I tried to help the victim up. At that moment, he probably saw the top side of the die.
I see. So that's how it went. It's true that under normal circumstances, only the number on the top of a die is read.
He landed on the taxi the third time, so it is possible that the roll of the die changed.
Fubuki, you sure are sharp this morning.
Big brain Fubuki. Hey, try again.
Really?
The man who fell was holding a dice. Wait, the dice landed on the taxi and still showed
So
one?
basically, it went like this.
Lucky.
The victim fell from the rooftop while holding a die. He dropped it once he hit the ground. Which means the die was cast. As the victim was knocking on death's door, he mumbled whatever number he saw. Great job deducing that much, Fubuki.
Does it appear that I'm becoming a better detective?
Yeah, but not nearly as great as me.
We still lack an answer regarding the final part.
The final part?
Yeah, who pushed him?
What was the victim trying to communicate with his dying message?
Now that you mention it, you're totally right. Why did he even bother reading the number on the die?
Perhaps it was to inform us of the identity of the culprit?
Was saying the number on the dice the easiest way for him to communicate that the dice was there?
There is no doubt that the die was meant to point out the culprit. Nearing death, the victim sought out the die to inform you of that. But in his daze, the best he could do was say the number he saw.
So the die was pointing out the culprit?
Wait, wasn't there a place that had something to do with dice in the building the victim fell from?
The casino on the fourth floor.
So perhaps the culprit was in there?
The casino on the fourth floor.
Perhaps the culprit was in the casino on the fourth floor?
That's probably it.
You did it, Princess! I didn't think you'd be able to figure it out.
There's no way I could have done so on my own. You have my deepest thanks, Halara and Desuhiko.
Yup, now bow down to my charisma. Still, we're just making assumptions here. We have no solid evidence. If someone said we made it all up based on his dying words, that'd be the end of it.
But we made so much progress in our investigation. Is there nothing to be done about it, Halara?
It would be one thing if we had the dye as evidence, but it would be extremely difficult to find now.
If only I had noticed it and picked it up.
No biggie. It's not something you notice normally. Hey, Halara, what if we use your forte to find out where the dye went?
I can't use my abilities while the victim is still alive.
That's what I've been trying to say.
Damn, you make it sound so ominous.
Leaving this case alone is still a valid option. No one made a request for us to investigate, so it's not an urgent matter. The case will solve itself once the victim wakes up.
The culprit might attack the victim again before that happens. Since they didn't get him the first time, they might try to finish the job.
That would be terrible! This is all my responsibility! What should I do?
I don't think there's any need for you to feel responsible, but I wouldn't feel good about leaving this unsolved. Hey, Halara, do you know of any ways around this?
There is one.
Stop teasing us and just say it! Oh, and before you ask, I'm not paying a damn thing.
A clue, then. Ask the fortune teller.
Fortune
Are you
teller.
a villager in an RPG or something?
The fortune teller!
Huh? Did something spring to mind?
I told you in the beginning, remember? A fortune teller approached me.
What's that got to do with this case?
You should interrogate that fortune teller about the casino. You may hear something interesting.
I understand. I shall depart after breakfast.
But hey, are you going alone? Fine, I'll join you. Halara, you're coming with, right?
I'm not going without a formal request.
And money.
So much for being friends.
All you have done is more than enough for me. Thank you very much. I can handle the rest on my own.
Can you?
I'm here too, you know.
I don't think she can handle it on her own. She needs an adult. Does sound chaotic. It'll give chat some time to do and something to do. Okay. Been dealing with loss. Oh, that's crummy. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you there!
Us?
Yes, you lovebirds. You make one fine pair. You will succeed in all you do today. Consider it your lucky day, so to speak.
Lucky day?
Yes, it'll be the best day of your life. If you were ever to play a game of chance, today would be the day. Shall I read your fortune? I'll tell you what your lucky number is.
Yes, please.
Like she has this scripted.
It appears that multiples of 3 are your lucky numbers. If you're going to gamble, be sure to bet on increments of 3.
I get it. This is what Halara was getting at.
What do you mean?
You're in bed with that casino up ahead, aren't you?
What? What are you saying? Casino? I don't know what you're talking about.
You claim we have good luck to scam us at the casino.
That's a baseless accusation. I'm just an ordinary fortune teller.
You must have heard about the guy who fell from the casino's building. The victim was nearly killed by someone who works there. I bet he knew too much about your secret. If you know something, you better cough it up now. Or you might be next. If you're working with dangerous people, you should call it quits today. We can take care of the rest, so tell us what you know.
This poor granny.
As you said, my job is to lure customers in and guide them to the casino. A lucky number thing is all a lie. In fact, if they pick those numbers, they will surely lose.
I take it
But
back.
I truly believed it was my lucky day.
I'm sorry. I actually don't know how to tell anyone's fortune. I just followed the manual.
So it is scripted.
And that manual was made by the casino?
Yes. Cheating is rampant in the casino. They really conduct some dirty business there.
Do you know the man who fell from the building?
Yes. He's what they call a hired plant.
Pardon?
He mixes in with the customers and steers them a certain way so the casino can cheat them. So, my ears perked up when I heard he attempted to kill himself.
Oh.
I knew he'd made a mistake and was being silenced.
By who?
I see. So that's what it was.
The man was a plant hired by the casino.
Hey, are you really gonna do something about them? If they find out I told you all this...
Leave it to me. Who do you think I am? I am the superstar detective, slayer of evil, Desuhiko Thunderbolt!
That's not very reassuring.
Reassuring. Sorry, I love typos. Dragon, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. Welcome to the den. I hope you enjoy your tiger emotes and your ad reviewing. But yes, anytime, take your time to heal. Bosses is hard. Hey, Sigimigs.
It appears the entire casino is in on this crime. There will only be more victims if we leave them be.
We might as well see this through to the end. Though, I bet the chief would tell us to stay out of trouble.
But
Yes, he
what
would.
shall we do? We lack even a single piece of evidence. I would feel terrible if we had to involve the fortune teller more than necessary.
I guess we'll have to rush in from the front.
What if Desuhiko disguises himself as the person who got pushed and throws off the employee that tried to silence him, and then they just like they out themselves by freaking out that he's alive, that he's gonna say who did it. No, this is not the Danganronpa game, but it's from the same team.
Which means we are going on an adventure.
Yeah!
Yay, adventure!
Are they really gonna be all right?
Totally not gonna be alright. Oh, the not Danganronpa game, yes. Investigation complete!
This looks like the place.
Indeed. Do you have a plan, Desuhiko?
Of course. The plan name is Leave Things to Chance.
I don't like the name of that plan.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Let's go, Fubuki!
Right.
Wait,
Lara, what are you doing here?
The art style is unmistakable. It's very unique. It's got its own like special flavor that is unmistakable. Yes.
I knew you'd rush in without a plan.
You are correct, Halara.
Carelessly sowing confusion will simply result in more victims. Don't be so rash.
But if there's a dead body, then you can investigate it, right?
Are you trying to get in our way? It'd be one thing if you just stayed out of it.
I'm saying the two of you don't stand a chance. If you're up against a casino, let me handle it.
Oh, yes. Let the person who can make a killin' off of anything they so desire, go to the casino. They know what they're doing with their money.
Are you going to help us?
Bet on me and you are sure to win. Listen, here's the plan.
Oh, I want to know what the plan is. We're gonna have to guess what the plan is as it unfolds. Where's Desuhiko? Nice looking place.
Welcome.
I'd like to convert all this into chips.
Is the full?
Right away.
Whoa!
Call the owner over. I'd like to play a game. Tell the owner I want to talk to him about that attempted suicide.
Understood.
How can I help you? You don't seem affiliated with the Peacekeepers.
I'll be direct. You tried to erase one of your hired plants.
Oh, dang, the plan is to be like full frontal attack.
What are you talking about?
I'll bet all of my chips. If you win, then this issue will disappear. We'll conclude our investigation and never return. And of course, you can keep all the chips.
Laura, are you sure about this?
And if you win?
You will confess your crimes and turn yourself into the Peacekeepers.
What if he actually didn't do it?
Very well. I don't know what crime you're speaking of, but as the owner of the casino, I cannot turn down such a direct challenge.
I expect you to keep your word.
Of course, and you as well. So, what would you like to play?
Bring some dice.
A game of craps?
Yes, but let's cut out all of the complicated rules. This game will consist of 4 dice.
Or because the fortune teller told us 3?
Each player will take 2 and roll them at the same time. Whoever gets exactly 7 wins. If both rolls land on 7, then it's a draw and the game continues.
Very well. We will prepare the dice. Are you fine with that?
No, they're gonna be loaded.
I don't mind.
Oh, she's gonna have Fubuki rewind it until they have a 7.
You'll roll the dice.
What? Me? But you are far better at gambling, Laura.
Yes, but you can control time, ma'am.
I'm going to find out what's going on. Just roll the dice like you normally would. However, if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
Oh, right. I do have that ability.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready? Let's play.
Seven.
Well, well. Looks like that's game.
Poor girl's
However,
gonna pass out.
if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
Laura, I just turned back time. He rolled a 7 right at the start. And my roll was terrible, by the way. I completely lost.
I knew it. But you can do this as many times as you want. That's your strength.
Yeah, but if he has loaded dice, he's gonna have a 7 every time.
Right.
Are you done with your huddle? No amount of planning will help with dice. You must let luck take over from here. Now, let us play.
Yes, game on! This time...
7, 3.
Why?
It's like that one section in Zero Time Dilemma.
Well, well. Looks like that's game.
It was a different roll, though, this time.
However, if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
I have returned. This is the second time. The opponent rolled 7 on the first throw both times. The timing of the dice roll was different from before, so I thought there would be different numbers. Are casino owners blessed with natural luck?
No, they're cheaters.
No, it's not luck. He's probably cheating.
Cheating?
Seems like he's going all out. Well then, there's no reason for us to hold back either.
But what are you going to do? If he can cast a 7 each time through cheating, no amount of turning back time will help. Moreover, there is a limit to how many times I can use my ability.
There is a way to prevent his cheating.
Really?
However, prevention doesn't guarantee us victory. In order for us to win, you must roll a 7.
Oh, right.
But I thought ties were draws.
Can you do it this time, Fubuki?
I can certainly try. I became a detective by challenging my own fate. I refuse to lose here.
I'll join you in your battle.
Right!
Are you done with your little meeting? You can talk all you want, but I don't think it will change the numbers on the dice. Now, shall we play?
Before we begin, I'm thirsty. Can I get some water?
Very well.
Oh, excuse me.
What are you trying to do?
My hand slipped. Let's begin.
Very well.
I'm counting on you, Fubuki. This game won't end until you roll a 7.
Leave it to me! Come on, 7. Come on, 7. There!
Oh, she rolled the red ones.
You... How did you...
Huh. Oh wait, he always had the blue ones. He always had the blue ones.
Incredible! I won! I really won!
Impossible! I can't lose with these dice!
Can't?
Seems like the game is over. You must now confess your crimes.
Oh great, we killed him. Okay, so Detsuhiko did use his disguise to go in as the dead guy. I guess that part of the plan. That just seemed like the smart thing to do.
I'm glad to see you have regained consciousness.
It's not the same person, hun.
Are you alright after that awful fall?
What? No, it's me, Detsuhiko.
Hmm?
We went over this before we entered the casino. Were you even listening?
As I suspected, the dice used by the casino were rigged. The victim must have intended to let others know about it with a dying message. It was obvious they'd cheat if we challenged them to a match involving dice.
Huh.
Which is where I came in. While I distracted the staff, Halara messed with the dice.
So that is what happened.
The glass of water was a
I
signal.
was only able to win thanks to Halara.
No, I didn't touch your dice, Fubuki.
Huh? Then I really rolled a 7 on my own?
Yes, you won that game.
Really? Thank goodness! I won that game!
Great job, Princess.
Yes! Even if it was just a little bit, I believe I grew as a detective.
What a cutie. Even though she's a little dumb. Part of her charm.
Hey, Lara, please do something. Fubuki has been completely obsessed since that day.
Oh no, she thinks she's
There's
queen
no
of the
way I can
world.
win against someone who can turn back
She's
time.
unbeatable.
How rude! I would never cheat like that. Come on, Desuhiko. One more game.
Cutie. How's it going, Leon? That was cute. That one made me use my noggin. Man Who Fell. They didn't even give him a name.